Yeah, hi. In this video, we will discuss about the AMOS. The full form of the AMOS is the analysis of movement structure, and this AMOS is the part of the research. Basically, this AMOS is introduced by the IBM as like the SPSS software. So the use of the AMOS is same as the SPSS. After collecting the data, a researcher when he would like to get the result, so as with the help of SPSS he entered the data and get the result. The same in case of the AMOS, the researcher do the same thing and get the the output. The main difference is in the SPSS we get the output in tables, whereas in AMOS the result will come out in the form of the plotting. That is one kind of plotting. So that is the main difference. AMOS was the plugin of the SPSS. It was the part of the SPSS few years back, but now it's totally different. It introduced by the IBM. SPS is also introduced by the IBM. So what is the procedure to install this this AMOS software? Because it's mandatory before starting about AMOS. You as a research scholar, as a student, you can get this AMOS software. If you would like to get in free, you can get it 1 month trial. You can get on the basis of the 1 month trial, and for that we required one email ID and our one laptop or the PC. So for 1 month we can get the free version, and if you would like to get the paid version, the cost will be 1 lakh rupees around. I'm talking about the educational part. So this is all about how to download it. So the procedure of download is the same as we can download the SPSS software. We go on the Google and we can type the AMOS software download. So either we can download, it's up to you which window you have in your laptop or the PC. You can download the AMOS 23 and 24 will be there, 26 will be there. So it's as per your requirement, you can download any one. So once you download, after that you can work on it. Practically in this video we will discuss about the AMOS, all the functions of the AMOS, how to go for the plotting, how to draw different type of box and arrows and all. But before that, let us discuss about some basic parts about the AMOS, and before AMOS some basic parts of the research or the statistic. Those are correlated with the AMOS. Like we discuss about the analysis in the research. Three type of analysis will be there. The first one will be the univariate analysis. The second one will be the bivariate analysis, and the third one will be the multivariate. So point what is all this? Very simple. In a statement or in an objective, either there will be one variable and the rest of the part will be the constant, or there will be two variables and the rest of the part will be the constant. And in case of if there are more than two variables, that is the multivariate. So point is univariate in a statement if there is one variable and the rest of the rest are the constant, that is the univariate. In the bivariate there will be two variables in the statement. We will discuss later on, make the separate video about this one, how these all can work. So we take one example and we discuss about the objectives. When we prepare our objective, and on the basis of the objective, how a researcher can find out which method, which statistical tools will be used at there. So it's depend on the number of variables and number of the constant. Suppose if there is one variable, we can use the skewness, or mean median. But in case of the, suppose there are bivariate, if there are two variables in your objective in one particular objective, so this is the bivariate, and in case of the bivariate we can use the t-test, this is, and the regression. And the same in case of the multivariate, we if there are more than two variables in a statement, so that is the multivariate, and we can use accordingly. So these are the analysis. Now the part is we are discussing about the variable. So what is the variable? Variable, I just give you one example. There are two things. Suppose this is one gender, and in gender there are two things. One is the male and the second is the female. So this male and females are the categories. These are the categories, and this gender is what? This gender is the variable. When we start our discussion about the AMOS, one thing will be there, that will be the factor analysis. So what is the factor analysis? Actually, factor analysis is a technique that is used to reduce a large number of variables into the fewer number of factors. Suppose we have 60 questions, there are 60 statements. So, and we check the suppose 10 statements are one type, and the other next 8 statements are interrelated, and they are, some common factors are there, and the 6 they have the common factor. So like this we can convert these 10, 8 and 6, these 24 can be converted into 3. So this is one kind of the factor analysis. So we can minimize our statements. Total statement will change into but something should be common in these statements. So only then we can minimize it. So that is the factor analysis. Now how factor analysis is relevant to the AMOS? Why we discussing at here? Very simple. We are talking about the factor analysis at here. So point is, types of factor analysis. Types of factor analysis. Factor analysis are two types. The first is the EFA, and the second is the CFA. So EFA is what? EFA is the exploratory factor analysis, and CFA is the confirmatory factor analysis. So what is exploratory and what is the confirmatory? If the research scholar, I am talking about a particular study in the research, if the research scholar do not have any review of literature towards his study, or no past experience, no past data or knowledge about a particular study, that is the EFA. And in case review will exist at there, review exists, or we can say that already a model is there, somebody has already have done a work on a particular model. So that is the CFA. In case of the EFA, generally we can use the SPSS software, and in case of the CFA we use the AMOS, this one. So we are talking about the CFA, where review exists, already a model is, so we use the AMOS. So let us start our discuss about the AMOS, how the AMOS can use, what are the rules of the AMOS, or there will be some errors in the AMOS, how we can rectify these errors in the AMOS, and some basic principles will be about the AMOS, and later on many other techniques about the AMOS when we discuss in the detail in upcoming videos. So basic we start to discuss about the rules of Amos. What are the rules of Amos? What are the basic rules? The first rule of the Amos is there are two type of variables. Two variables are there in Amos. The first is the observed variable. Observed variable. And the second type is the latent, or we can say this is the factor. The another name of this is the factor, and the third one is the construct model, construct. And the observed variable have one more name is the statement, or we can say the item also. So this is one type and this is the another type. These are the two variables in the Amos. This is the we are talking about the first rule of the Amos. So what is the difference between these two? Very simple. If we are talking about the first one, the observed variable, observed variable is what? In our research, when we ask the questions from the respondents, two methods are there. The first, we directly ask the questions from the respondents, and the second, we are not asking directly the questions, we are indirectly ask the question. Indirectly, that means we make some statements and we ask through the statements. Like we suppose directly the example is, what is your age? This is very simple question. What is your age? We directly ask this question and you give the answer, my age is the 40 years. Complete. This is the direct, and we can say this is the part of the observed variable or statement or the item. But in the another side, we are talking about the latent, factor, or the construct model. This is the indirectly. We are not asking about the quantitative data. We are asking qualitative data. So we never ask qualitative data in directly, and it's not possible. Suppose the example is the satisfaction. We cannot ask like how much satisfied you are, and the person cannot say like I am 42% satisfied. So it's satisfaction related questions, or the stress, how you are stressed, or you can say how you are happiness. These cannot be asked directly. They always the answer of these questions can be asked in 5-6 questions, in the form of the 5-6 questions. That's why they are the indirectly. We cannot say 42% I am happy, 42% I stressed, and I am 42% on the 42% level happiness I have. So we cannot say like this. So that's why they are the indirectly. This is directly, this is indirectly. They are one type is the qualitative, other is the quantitative. These are the observed variable, these are the latent variable. So that is the difference between the observed variable and the latent variable. So the important point, as I am talking about the Amos, relevant to the Amos, remember it. In case of the directly, or we can say the observed variable, we always denote it by this square box. Remember it, this one. And in case of this latent, it always denote by a circle like this. So that is the difference between these two. If anything is written down in the circle form, it means that is the latent statement, and if something is in the form of the box, that is the observed statement. Take the example of this one. Like one side is the work culture. This is the work culture. How work culture affect to you or your satisfaction level? As I already discussed, that satisfaction cannot be measured in percentage. So that's why I put it into the circle. So how work culture is affect to the satisfaction level. The one more point, this is the arrow. Why we use this arrow, and many more things are here. Let us discuss. This actually also called the abstract also. This is one kind of abstract. Abstract. So this is the abstract also. Let us come on the point. And when we are asking the questions in as I told you, we ask the 5-6 questions if you would like to get the satisfaction level or the stress level. So this is one kind of the Likert scale. According in the form of the Likert scale, we ask 5-6 questions, indirectly questions about this. If we would like to measure the satisfaction level, like are you satisfied with this particular, this one, strongly agree, neutral, and disagree, and strongly disagree. Then second question relevant to this one, and third and fourth, fifth. So like this. So this is relevant to the Likert scale. One more thing is, whatever is there in the data file of the SPSS, if something is present in the data file of the SPSS, that is always be the observed. This is the, we are talking about this one, and this is the observed variable, and this is the latent. So इसमें क्या condition रहेगा? If something is in the data file of SPSS, something present in the data file of the SPSS, so that is the observed variable. In case of the latent variable, it cannot be found in the data file of the SPSS. It will not be in the data file. So that is also one different in these two. The second rule of the MOS, there will be two another variables, the dependent variables, or the second one is the independent variables. So what is the difference in dependent variable and independent variable? That is the in and that is the out. So in means, suppose I take two things, promotional activities, like we make one plotting chart like this. This is the promoting activities and the impact of this one on the revenue of the company, and I make it like this. So the arrow is coming on revenue side. So this is inside because the arrow is coming inside, and the arrow is outgoing from this box. So outgoing from this box is the independent variable, and it's coming inside this box, that is the dependent variable. As per my statement, dependent variable in and independent variable is the out. So the arrow, we just consider the arrow. Arrow is inside or arrow is the outside. So arrow is outside from this box, so that is the independent variable, and arrow is inside towards this box, that is the dependent variable. The same we are making one more. This one, this is the work culture and the impact of this work culture on the satisfaction level. So this is the dependent variable because the arrow is inside towards it, and this is the independent variable. What is the difference between these two statements? These statements are in the box form and these statements are in the circle form. It can be like this also. Or this one. So what is the difference this box and the circle? We already discussed about that. Box means the observed analysis, actual data. We can say this observed, or we can say the actual data. Actual data means we have data file. Actual data means we have data file in the SPSS. Circle means the latent, no actual data, or we can say we cannot ask directly any question. We can ask through different statements, and data file in SPSS cannot exist in case of the circle. So that is the difference, these two. The third rule is Amos cannot work on time series. So this is third rule about the Amos. The fourth one is the next is Amos. The Amos software is the plug-in of SPSS. So it was the part of SPSS. Plugin is what? In next video we will discuss about the plugin, and we add some plugin in Amos. Some of the plugin will be the by default, and some of we can be plugin we can need to add. So how to add, how to plug in it, some of the options. So we discuss later on in the next video. So this is four rule about the Amos. The fifth will be Amos can work only on the Likert scale or ratio data. This is the fifth rule about the Amos. It also can work on the normality. This is one more. And very important, the next one is Amos software always work on data file of SPSS. Remember it, dear researchers. There is no Amos related file will be. Amos do not have any particular data file. It always can be work on the data file of the SPSS. So whenever we need to work on the Amos, first we have to insert our data in the SPSS software, and on the basis of this data file we can work on the Amos. So this is the next rule about Amos, and it is very important. The next one is, when we work on the Amos, missing file should not be there. It is very conscious about the missing and very sensitive about the missing file. Missing file should not be when you work on the Amos. It is also very important. Remember it. The next one is Amos is what? Amos is actually the graphical representation of the statistical calculation. So this is the graphical. When we start to work on this, after completing these rules, we come on the next one. So this is graphical representation. So when we work on the Amos, we work like this. It work this one and this one. So this type of plotting will be there in the Amos. The next point will be the same. So how this will work actually, let us start. One more thing, when we work on the Amos, four main point will be: number one is this box, number two this circle, number three is the one-sided arrow, and number four will be the both-sided arrow, both-sided head arrow. So these four are the main things in Amos. When we go for the plotting, they are very important parts. So let us open the Amos, the framework of the Amos. As I told you, we need to download it, and free trial will be available for 1 month, and we required one email ID. Once after completing 1 month, when it had to be expired, and if we want it for next 1 month, so again we go with another email ID. With the same email ID is not possible, so we have to go for another email ID, and on another laptop or the PC. On the same laptop with the same email ID is not possible after completing 1 month. So we require different email ID and laptop or PC for the next 1 month, and the same further on.
So you want it, if you are working on the commercial basis, so I suggest you that you go for a license, the paid version. Otherwise, free version is okay. If you just doing a PhD and you require it for just for your data analysis, and after completing your data analysis, it's useless for you. So that's why there is no need to pay a huge amount. And if you are working on the commercial basis, then you require it on every moment. So you go for the paid version. So this is the framework. This is what this white box will be the canvas. So the first rule regarding this Amos is, see, I made this one. Whatever is inside the canvas, that will come into the printout. The rest of the part, which is the cross the border, which is outside this canvas, this border, so that will not come in the printout. So remember this one. So this is one what this is the basic part of the plotting, like this. Once I click on this, it increase one box like this. So this is one thing. This is undo. These all are the these are our menu bars, and these are the toolbars. So these are the toolbars. Let us give the name to the toolbars to understand. These are the columns, column A, B and C, and A, B and C, and these are the rows. So this is very important. This is the first. As we already discussed that if you would like to work on the Amos, you can work if you have the data file of the SPSS. Until unless we do not have the data file of SPSS, we cannot work on it. So the first point is this one, to select the data file. So if you have the data file in your laptop, you select it and you just click on the OK button, the data file will come out. And on the basis of the data file, we can make the plottings. Without data file, we cannot work on this point. So this is what, this is select data file is the A8. This is A, this is the B, this is C, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this data file is what? This is A8. So A8 is what? A8 is regarding the data file. In the Amos framework, the A8 is what? Select data file. Remember it. So like this, just check it. This is as we discussed, these four boxes are very important. The box, these four parts, the circle, the one side arrow, and this is the double-headed arrow. So these four are very important. We can draw it. We just click on this one, and we can draw it at here. This is one like this. We can increase the size. We can decrease the size also. And this is we already discussed, like this one. So this is what C1. This is A8, and this cross is for the erase. I click on this one. It's just erasing. This is the erasing. This is what we already discussed. Very simple. We used in the MS Office also. The undo, the last one, the previous. So we can, if we want to go on the last step, this is undo, and this is the redo. So undo and redo, the last one and next one. This is for the saving, for the save. If you would like to save our current path diagram, we can save it. If you would like to open it for the next time, we are working on it, and tomorrow we again would like to start on the same. So we click on this save button. Today we save it, and tomorrow we open it. Until unless we will not save it, the latest data will not be there. This is the title. Title is what? Title is A. This is what? A1. This is A3. A3 is the data file. we click on this one. Suppose I gave the name is the sales. This is the okay. So we give the name title. We give the title to this particular plotting with the help of this title box. Like this is the select one object at a time. If we would like to select any one, we can select. If we would like to select all, we can do with the help of this. If we would like to deselect, we click on this one. This is for the erase, and this box is for the move object. We can move the object. This is for the move of the objects. So we can make as per our requirement. Or this is rotate, this is for the move. We can change the locations also. This is the duplicate object. What is the use of this one? Suppose we make it, and again we would like to make we would like to make one more diagram or two more diagrams. If we try manually, so the size will not come same. So we copy it and we can paste it 2 times. So the all the boxes size and the arrow size will be the same. So that can be possible with the help of this duplicate object. This is for the find. This is for the print. If we would like to give the print out of this canvas, remember it. As I told you, if something is outside this border, that will not come in the printout. So everything should be inside this box, inside this canvas. This is one thing. One more thing regarding these arrows. As I told you, these 4 are very important. So where we use these 4? This is for the in case of the observed. If we have the actual data, observed, variables, directly if we are asking any question, if we have the data file in SPSS, so we use this box. And arrow, if we do not have the data file, this is not the observed, this is the latent. Or we can say we cannot measure it in like the satisfaction level. So in that case we use the circle. Satisfaction should come inside the circle, or like the revenue, sales, the actual data, that come inside the box. One-sided arrow and two-sided arrow. One-sided arrow can be used. Suppose this is one example. We take the red color. So this is what? This is the example of the regression. So the relationship between these two. So one-sided arrow either in or out. This is the dependent variable. This is the independent variable. Because this is out of the arrow and this is inside the arrow. This is the regression, and if this is the both side arrow, two-headed arrow, that is it means that is the correlation. So two-sided arrow means the correlation, one-sided arrow means the regression or the relation between this one and this one, the latent variable and the relation between the actual or the observed variable. The next is this is what? This is A6. A and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A6. So what is the use of this A6? The change the shape of the object. Suppose we click on this one and we can change the size of our object. This is the use of this one. This is the A6. We already discussed the A7, the rotation. We can change the direction of it, left side onwards, right onwards. The next one is let us do one more thing. Make it at here. This one. We are talking about this duplicate object. First of all, we have to select all the content. Then we click on it and like this. So we can get the copy of the same. I already told you that what is the use of this one. Very simple. If we want more than one same kind of plotting, so manually it's not possible. The size will be differ. So we have to select all and we click on this one. This is the A5. the same can be copied on the another location as per the requirement. So this is the use of this A5, A6 we already done, this one already done. The next point is this is one, this one, see, or after that this is not working right now. We are talking about this one, preserve symmetric. This is what when we click on this one, the all will come in the form of the selected, and after this one we have to click on this move object. So what is this? This is actually we can move it. The complete will come on the another location. If we will not click on this this button, the preserve symmetric button, so what will happen if we click on this move button, only this part will just move out, not complete, like this. So that is the difference between these two. Like this is one condition, and the another condition, first we have to click on this one, the select all, then click on this one, complete one. The next is the A1 and B1. See this one. This is A1, this is B1. So right now we are discussing about the up to A8. They are drawing related things, and they are statical related points. So they are very basic points, how to use all this. This is for the maximize and this is for the minimize. This is for the printout, this is for the find, and this is for multiple group analysis. So this is almost we have discussed about all. Analysis properties will be there, and this is the select the data file. So we till time we discussed all the basic points, and the rest of the points we discuss later on as per the requirement. One more thing very important in this that is the plugin. Plugin is very important. By default some plugins are here, like the draw covariance are here, the grow curve models is here, name parameters, name unobserved variables, resize observed variable, and standardized RMR. So these are some 1 2 3 4 5 6 are here. We can insert many more, and what is the use of all these we will discuss later on in the next video. That is important before start to work on the AMOS. We have to know that how to increase and how to use all these plugins. So plugins is very important part. We discuss definitely we discuss about this one. This actually this circle is what, this is the construct, and these are the statements. Remember it, these are the statements of this construct. So we use all these construct and statements in the form of the plotting in the AMOS. So next, like this one and this one, how to use it. This is the way, and the same we can use the one-headed also. So this is all about the basic of the AMOS. In the first video we discussed. This is enough for the first video. I told you that what is the AMOS, the basic concepts of the AMOS, the rules of the AMOS we already discussed, and this is the framework of this AMOS, and these are the functions, the basic functions. So it's all about the first video of this AMOS, the basic. In the second video we discuss about the next, the plugins and the errors also. So thank you very much.